So just the other day, we learned that the House of Representatives passed the one big beautiful bill that was supposed to include the up to $5,000 Doge dividend check to up to 80 million Americans. Well, guess what? That was not actually in the bill. But over the past 24 hours, I've been receiving several messages from people asking about the Doge dividend check because they've either received a text message, a phone call, or an email stating that the checks have temporarily been delayed, but they are coming. Now today we're going to break this down, explain what is going on. I want to give you an update on what is going on as far as the Doge dividend checks. How likely are they to come to your bank account or your inbox or your mailbox, whatever, very soon? Because again, we have some more important things that we need to cover as well. So I'll break all this down in just a moment, so make sure you stick around and watch this entire video. But first, all I ask is something that takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So let's get right down to it. Are the Doge dividend checks coming? Well, here's what you need to keep in mind. Okay? There are still a lot of talk about the Doge dividend checks and who's going to qualify, what's the status, how much. As of right now, the maximum would be $5,000. But I want to be very clear on this. The true value of the Doge dividend checks, okay, if it were to come to fruition, which as of right now, it's not likely, the check amount would likely be under $500 per household, not $5,000, $500. That's a huge decline. Now, I want to show you something though, okay? Because again, every single article I read, okay, this was one just from yesterday. It says stimulus update. Will Americans get another check in 2025? The answer to that is actually yes, okay? Stimulus is different than the Doge dividend check. Stimulus is coming for certain states. The Doge dividend check coming from the federal government, highly unlikely at this time. Let me show you this, okay? Look at this. This is part of the issue. The Doge dividend check isn't coming, but there are people that are receiving some form of stimulus. Look at this right here. It says there may not be a Doge check, but these states will send stimulus payments in 2025. There are actually 3 states that it says there are 3 states that 5 years after the pandemic continue to help their residents. One of which we know is California, okay? Not a shocker there. The other one is actually interesting. And I talked about this before. It says New York. Governor Kathy Hochul recently floated the idea of the first ever New York inflation rebate. Well, it's going to go through. It says its approval allowed self-employed state residents earning up to $150,000 a year receive a $300 payment, while those filing jointly and earning up to $300,000 per year would receive a $500 payment. Not only that, I believe there's also a $1,000 child tax credit or rebate in there as well. So that's something different. But again, this is going to help out millions of people. It says checks began to be mailed out in late April 2025 and will continue through May. Okay. In California, let's look at this one. California has confirmed a new round of stimulus checks of up to $725 for eligible households. It says these are some of the requirements to qualify: annual income. Okay, there's a limit. Have to have California residency, and you could not be included in any of the other previous rounds of the Golden State Stimulus Program. Okay. Then there's Colorado. Colorado has the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, or TABR. The state had more stimulus checks to send out in 2025 thanks to Colorado's $1.5 billion budget surplus. It says Colorado residents who are single taxpayers can receive up to $800, while married couples can receive a payment of up to $1,600. That's what you're seeing when you see stimulus of a $1,600 check, okay, a $500 check, or a $725 check. Chances are it's coming from a specific state, not the federal government, because as of right now, the federal government is not sending any stimulus. Now, Here's the issue, and this is the warning. Okay, now that we know the states that are sending out certain stimulus, there are counties and there's cities as well. There are certain private programs that are doing universal basic income, or UBI. Some of these different pilot programs to just try to provide some benefits and additional assistance to those that are kind of hardest hit over the past 4 to 5 years. But here's the issue. This is what we're starting to see more of. It says, yes, that text you receive saying you're getting money from Doge is a scam. Now, this right here, this is an article from back in March, okay? Let me show you what this looked like. It says right here, federal government subsidy. You are eligible for a $5,000 federal government subsidy from funds saved by the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. Please provide your accurate personal information. We'll deposit the amount into your bank account or mail a paper check within 1 to 2 business days. It gives a website. It looks official. It's not. It says, please reply with Y, then exit the text message, open it again, click the link, or copy it into your Safari browser and open it. Okay, it's a scam. It says, Internal Revenue Service, IRS, at your service. And then this, just got this Billy. It's a scam, right? Yeah, it's a scam. But now there's new ones, okay? And this is the big issue. There are new scams coming, okay? The new one, and somebody sent me this just this morning, that they were asking, is this true? Are our Doge dividend checks delayed? The answer is yes, okay? What they said is the text message says, and actually it's not just a text message, it actually came in a DM as well on Instagram. That right there is a red flag. It says Doge checks have been delayed. It says check your status, gives a link, okay? Now, the IRS, okay, the Treasury Department is not going to DM you on Instagram, okay? This is a scam. They're also not going to send you a text message to ask you if you want to accept this $5,000 Doge dividend, or do you want to ensure that your check is not delayed, make sure you fill this out. Don't do it. Do not tie your bank account information to anything you receive as a text message, as a DM on Instagram, okay, in an email. It's not going to happen. If the IRS wants to get a hold of you, they'll send you a letter. Here's the other thing. If you miss a payment that you are eligible for, when you file your taxes, there will likely be an option where you can go and claim that money. But that will happen at the end of the year. And again, you can do that later. I understand everybody wants their money today and wants it, faster than the neighbor. But again, if the checks come out, they'll come out and many people will get them. As of right now, they are not coming. There is no Doge dividend. Okay, I'm giving you this warning because we are seeing this time and time again. People are receiving these messages that, hey, the check is here. Where do you want me to send it? Don't do it. Just don't do it. Protect yourself. If we do see a stimulus check, I will tell you about it. There's going to be many different YouTubers that, again, you may trust that will tell you about it. As of right now, do not just trust a random email, a random DM, or a random text message. Okay, those are scams. People are trying to steal your money because they know right now you're vulnerable and they think they can take advantage of you. So I will leave you with that, but that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.